You're listening to Where You Live with Gene and Tony.
Welcome back to Where You Live. It's good to have you with us on this Saturday morning. We are brought to you by the Natural Green Lawn and Landscape Studios. We are also brought to you by Extreme Exteriors and American Family Insurance, the Kim Bennett Agency. And this is time right now for the Community Association Institute Minute. The CAI Minute is brought to you by New Concepts Rental Management. Now, whether you're an accidental landlord or a seasoned investor, New Concepts Rental Management can help you achieve your financial goals. New Concepts Rental Management can advise you and guide you through every aspect of the business. Call Tony Crockett at New Concepts at 952-922-2500.
Are you a member of the Community Associations Institute? For nearly 40 years, CAI has provided education and resources to volunteer homeowners who govern community associations and the professionals who support them. Visit caionline.org to learn more. The address again is caionline.org. CAI helps community associations board members by providing online resources, in-person training, and hard copy publications written by association management experts. CAI offers community managers professional development, networking opportunities, and a certification program that is established as the industry standard nationwide. Minnesota has its own chapter of the Community Associations Institute to bring resources and tools from community associations around the country right to your home. Visit www.cai-mn.com to learn more and become a member of CAI today. Your community and management company will benefit from your involvement. Join the Community Associations Institute today at cai-mn.com and click on membership.
Well, you know, one of the reasons why we have an issue with homeowners in associations from time to time, just not wanting to go along with the rules and regulations, because they see those that are on the board that are asking them to do something that they clearly are not doing themselves. And that was the case that we had here in our first story with this board president in Carlsbad, who ended up putting on a deck. And as we went through in that first segment here, it really wasn't a deck. It was a 1,200-foot enclosed addition to the home. And one of the things that I wanted to do, and just kind of wrapping up before we get to our next article here, was as I was reading to you earlier, there were specific guidelines and rules in the governing documents of that association. One of the guidelines there stated something very specific for balconies and decks. It said balconies and decks will be limited to an 8-foot projection from the rear wall and must have direct door access from the dwelling. And so not an awful lot there, but certainly this 1,200 square foot addition that the board president put in certainly superseded that. And the last thing I wanted to say about this, folks, if you're on the board, if you are trying to get people to listen to you, and if you're going to have authority and power in what you say, you need to make sure that what you do follows through as well. Here, in this case, we had a case where you had a board president who was redefining the word deck. You know, in society, it seems like we want to redefine everything nowadays. But you need to remember the axiom: if it looks like a duck, it quacks like a duck, walks like a duck, it probably is. And when you are too busy redefining words and ideas to win your objective, to win your tactical battle, or what you're trying to do here, you need to realize that it comes at a cost. And for this particular board and board president and board members who went along with this, the cost was their credibility, their honesty and trustworthiness. And because of that, they probably will find that they will be board members not too much longer and when the next election comes up. Well, let's get on with our next story. Again, we have something that is always very interesting here. It's called A Tale of Two Doggies, Lessons of Both the Absurd and Practical in Dealing with Pets. And I want to welcome on the show here today, a friend of the show, has been on many times before, attorney Dan Greenstein with Burnick and Lifson. Hi, Dan.
Hi, Gene. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Good.
I sent this article, the story over to you earlier, and for our listeners, I'd like to just read it a little bit to give them some context and then ask for your comments here. It appears that, I think this was in Florida, we had a case where there is an owner who had a border collie. And that's a breed, folks, that's probably averages 30 to 45 pounds. Now, the problem is the owner of this border collie lived in a homeowners association where there was a 25-pound weight limit for all pets. Now, the association asked their attorney to begin legal proceedings against this owner to enforce the weight restriction. Now, the litigation began, and it was dragging out for some time, with each side trying to prevail. In the midst of all of this that was taking place, and this legal wrangling, the dog died. The dog was not around any longer. Now, the board wanted to make sure that that this was true, so they asked the attorney to call the veterinary clinic to confirm that the dog had passed away. Dan, you've never been asked to do that, have you?
No, and I wouldn't even know how to go about doing that.
But so they were wanting to make sure that this dog was dead and gone. The attorney was quoted as saying it was sad, but he said, "I thought maybe we'll finally have a mutual agreeable outcome to this lawsuit within our grasp." But he said, no, I was wrong. In less than a month, this homeowner went out and bought a brand new border collie. Now, it looks like they were continuing to push this lawsuit, the association, against this couple. In the midst of all this, the owner's wife, she was distraught over her husband's determination to thwart the association's efforts to enforce its rules. She got upset. She ended up leaving him. Now, he fell behind on his bills. He ate through any savings he had, paying for attorney's fees, trying to support what he wanted to have done here. And then he was in jeopardy of going into foreclosure with his mortgage for non-payment. Now the owner became depressed. And now this is when everything turned even worse, because this homeowner now says, I have a disability and I should be allowed to keep this dog, and it should be considered a reasonable accommodation. Dan, make sense of this for us.
Oh, please. All I can say is, people are flawed, aren't they, Gene?
Oh,
there's quite a few different issues that pop up in my mind. And, one of them is the pound limitation that the association was trying to enforce, and whether or not that makes sense or not in an association. The next is, what I can't help but wonder is, did this fellow's wife really leave him because of this whole situation, or was there something else going on there? And it's probably not relevant to this discussion, but it does pop up in my mind, like, was this guy this way with a lot of his business, or just with the association?
Yeah, I got to believe a guy like that, there's something more to it.
There's probably something more to it if he went out and bought another dog that he knew was going to continue the battle.
Yeah. This would have been an idea. It wasn't that he couldn't have a dog, is there was a weight limit.
Exactly.
Let me ask you this, because we see this in rules and in governing documents, a weight restriction on pets. Is that a good idea?
It's a really bad idea for many, many reasons. The first is, unless there's an extremely large dog, you're not really going to know how much it weighs, if it's anywhere around the 25-pound area or not. The second point is it's kind of arbitrary because when you're talking about pets in an association, what you're really talking about are the owners of the pets and whether they're following the rules and whether they're controlling their animal, whether they're cleaning up after their
animal.
Isn't
that the truth? Yeah.
What difference does it make to most people in an association if the pet is controlled and safe, whether the dog weighs 80 pounds or 25 pounds?
Yeah.
I don't see a difference, and I think it's kind of silly, to tell you the truth. And I think really the key is focusing on how the owner controls and takes care of the pet.
Yeah. Say, I've got a few more questions I would love to ask you in regards to this story here. Can you hang on for one
Absolutely.
more segment? Okay. Folks, we're talking to attorney Dan Greenstein from Burnick Lifson about A Tale of Two Doggies. We will continue on with questions to Dan after these messages.